these lovelies, bodies of light, the seekers and sojourners of truth. 144, the 144, chosen of the chosen, of the chosen who are being sifted out even more right now. You all know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth. From my heart to yours, I am Celestial Earth. In this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to you live from nowhere other than 5D, the fifth dimension. So I'm by the seaside right now. I literally was just driving by along the road and pulled over and was like, I'm going to talk to you right now because it's a lot I want to catch up with, and I'm getting a fight, as a lot of you probably are, those of you who are really turning over with this Pluto. So as usual, I bring you the news to infuse if you so choose to infuse with the light grid. And if not, you refuse, which in that case, be prepared to be fried on the grid. So happy Pluto in Aquarius, y'all. We here. We here. And some people may feel it, some people don't. There's so much levels upon levels that I would like to discuss with you all in regards to this. I'm probably going to be talking about it all the way up till probably around when the sun goes into Capricorn, maybe even more. But this was a major, major shift um, from Pluto in Capricorn to Pluto in Aquarius. And what this means to you, where you have to personally, in order to see what it means to you specifically, is look in your chart, look at your rising, and whatever house your Capricorn falls in, then that is what it means for you. But right now, I'm going to just speak because I'm losing the light, so I have to go quickly. Some of this I've already spoken on. You might have to look at my video before that. In regards to what it is for you in Capricorn. Now that it moved into Aquarius, you have to look at what house is Aquarius for you from your rising. And that tells you what is going to be playing out in what theme of your life for the next 20 years as Pluto enters into Aquarius. And Pluto is about revelation. So remember, coming out of Capricorn, this was the big shakedown of all shakedowns, turn you upside down, shake it on out. And this is about tearing down those brick walls, those ideas that we think that this is the way they are, right? Those concepts have to be torn down, knocked down, and there is a rebuilding that has to happen, right? And I was speaking to someone today, and they were saying, I thought it was going to be all great, good things. And I was like, everything is for the good. We have to understand that. Let me speak to my 5D people, because this is really for those of us to understand how we're transiting into 5D. Everything is great, but you can't just push up in 5D rolling with that old shadows of the 3D stuff that you have not worked out. It just doesn't work that way. So as I said to her, I said, yeah, it is good. It can be good, but it depends on what you have and have not worked on. So for those that are still keeping up resistance, putting up a resistance in their soul, it is not a sweet transition. It may be bittersweet because there are things that you have to renovate, uproot, let go, release. There are things you have to tear down. The things in society, the things in your families. And please note that the things and the traditions and ideas that you keep up in your family is also coming from society, because it's pressed upon the families, and then the families press it upon you, right? So it's for us to recognize these faults and uproot them and pull them up. And so this is a major turnover. And one of the things I want to get to is speaking on time. As I spoke on, we have to realize that time is of the essence. Divine essence, as I said, I'm in a divine energy essence of it all. That means I'm operating on divine timing. Your time is your wealth. A lot of us have to understand, and I'm not talking about tick tick tock on the clock, man's time. I'm talking about divine timing. We have to realize, and this is one of the concepts that pushes beyond, is realizing that you are time. You are time, and we are in time. And this is our time. If you choose to know your soul's sovereignty in the authenticness, your authentic authority within time. If you choose to own your time instead of letting time own you. And these are one of the concepts that we have to release and let go. No one knows the hour, right? But yet you do, if that makes sense. You don't know, but you do. This is your time. Take your time. instead of being on other people's time, and not being mindful to not let others rob you of your time. Be careful of distractions. That was one of the main things that I'm really learning on this journey as I'm out here. The energies are seeking to distract you in so many ways. And I mean, even with important family members. Peace, peace. Fifth, I see you. Welcome. Be careful of the distractions that pop up. You know, like how pop-up ads pop up on your feed? We have to look at that as people come into your lives. There are pop-ups happening. And everyone wants to make their urgency your emergency. And I'm talking family members because that's usually when it's going to come from. So to those of you who feel like you're safe because you cut everybody else off, guess who you did not cut off? Your family. And so guess how the energies are going to come to you? Your family. Now, I'm not saying disown them, don't like them, don't love them. But stop making them your priority. Stop making their mess ups be your job to clean up. Empaths. I'm speaking to my empaths. Because we feel things, we feel like, oh, I gotta help. You don't gotta do nothing. You're empathic for a reason. Don't be a disempowered empath. An empowered empath is one who will feel the feeling and know that feelings are instructions. Feelings are indicators. So get your indication, get your instructions. That does not mean it's your job to pull somebody out of their hole. Let them feel it, and who feels it knows it. That means you know something that they don't know. And you can possibly help them by giving them the instructions that they may need if they so choose to take those instructions. And if not, it's still not your job to bail them out. It is your job to be a light. We're responsible light warriors, lighthouses. It is your job to tell the truth. That's it. To those who can receive it. And if not, you pull back your energy. You control your time. When you give away your energy, you give away your time. You give away your currency, because that is your true currency, not money. Money is only a result of your true currency, right? Hello, Tyrone. I see you. I see you. So there's definitely so much more I want to share, but I didn't want to let another day go by and I do not share what I can share with you. I literally had to pull over on the side of the road because I'm getting such a fight where I am. Like I said, the energies don't like it. And some of you may really be seeing it. Don't think things are just happening. Nothing is a coincidence. Okay, so if you feel like there's something that keeps stopping you, it's because it is. Those energies, that dark matter energy, they don't want you to expose and put the light out there, but keep lighting up anyway. And this is where I can catch the light, literally catch the light before it goes down. Because once I get into where I am in a house where there's no receptivity, where there's such a heavy, thick coat of resistance that every energy that I work is to hold my peace. Right? And I'm in my ancestral land. So I'm getting, although my ancestors are here and guiding me, I'm also getting a fight from those that don't want the light. Those that don't want to deal with the darkness within themselves. And this is what a lot of you will be feeling, right? Don't kill yourself trying to raise the dead. Yep. Don't raise the dead. That's right, Tyrone. I was going to say Tyson. Mike Tyson. Don't kill yourself trying to raise the dead, right? And one of the lessons I got too that I want to mention as it's getting dark real quick, there was so many good messages. Like today was such a gust of wind that blew today. When I say the ancestors was blowing, like I literally saw a dust cloud come down and it literally looked scary. It's like, is this a dust storm? Do we need to go inside? It was a dust cloud coming down the block and the wind just took up and started going. And it was right when I was meditating and holding a reasoning and everything. I would have did the video then, but I was in meditation. So, see, I'm going to get natural light from the cars on the road. And, car light, not natural. But it was so much that the ancestors were bringing in and showing me. And what I will share with you, there's two things I know I have to share with you in regards to what was coming up. So the ancestors were highlighting a lot of us, people who don't get rid of the channels, I want to say the blocks in their blood. There you go. We need to do a spiritual dialysis. For those of you who know what a dialysis is, it's like washing the blood. And one of the important things we have to do in this exchange is wash the blood. The old blood, the stale blood, what is in your bloodline, because it comes down through you and it passes down to your children. It is your job to stop doing the things that no longer hold purpose and value. And if the elders can't hear you out, then cut them off and do what you need to do for you and your children. I'm so serious, because we block our blood. We're not cleaning our blood. And this is a time where we can't take that old blood with us. So if the old blood doesn't want to go through a dialysis, then let them go. But we have to do the dialysis. Those of us who have the eyesight, the insight, the foresight, we have to do a spiritual dialysis within our bloodline and let go, wash the old blood out. That means some of you have to say bye-bye to your grandparents, your parents. Stop eating with them. Stop doing certain things with them. We really have to let them go. Love them. I'm not saying don't talk to them, but there's certain things you just can't do with them anymore because they're tainting your blood. You can't be washing your blood over here and then you go. So be careful of these holidays. I'm saying this right now because be careful of these holidays. Be careful of these family events, these family functions, because then you go and taint your blood just by being in presence with them. And I'm so serious. So don't think that because you're spiritual and you're different that you're going to go around them and it's not going to affect you. Okay? What's going to happen is the blood is going to be tainted and there's something that's going to be activated in the blood. And there's something that's going to be triggered in the blood, unconsciously, subconsciously. So we have to be responsible. Be careful of whose family you're taking. Let me tell you something. If you got a family member where you know that whatever side of the family, and I'm talking to a married couple, maybe whoever side of the family that you're having a lot of problems with, y'all need to not go there and do not take your kids there. It's that serious because your kids are going to pick up on that energy. And just by being in their vicinity, there's something I call energy proximity. Just by the proximity, it amplifies the energy and the way it's being exchanged. And you're going to pick up their bad blood. You're going to activate the bad blood, not just within you, but within your children. And you may not see it directly, but it will be activated. So you are responsible for where you place yourself. Do not talk about, oh, I'm trying to be nice and they invited me. Well, cancel. Cancel. Do not. It's that serious. The turns that need to be made now, it's like life and death. Spiritually speaking, it is like life and death. Let me go ahead and get this because I know. Let me turn on a flashlight on me right now just so we could see and hold it up. There we go. We're going to have to make light. Okay? Let me say this with the light on. Cancel. Cancel, control, alt, delete, cancel. I don't care if they already expecting you. This is how serious it is. If you're really ready to turn over in these energies, Pluto being revelations, you already got the revelations. You already know what time it is. But do you know what time it is in you and in your children? Right? So this is a dialysis. You gotta break that up, break it up, clean the blood. Because the blood is tainted. This is what the ancestors in the land was blowing heavy wind today, blowing through. And the people who were not willing to move, oh, they were offended. I seen it. I saw it. I saw the ones who were offended and blown over by the wind and annoyed because they have such a heavy resistance that they don't want to turn over. They will feel it. Who feels it knows it. So this is one of the things, and even deeper, let me go even deeper with this cleaning of the blood, because what I saw in that is that people are going to be doomed by their ancestors, their elders and their ancestors that chose not to turn over. And I'm telling you now, I have ancestors that are coming over, crossing over and saying that we need to let go. That there are the elders who they see that the elders are not changing. And those ancestors are admitting that they did not do what they were supposed to do. And they are glad when ones like us are doing the spiritual dialysis in the bloodline. They are elated. This is what people don't understand. When we clean the bloodline, it is not just for you, it also helps your ancestors on the other side. I don't think y'all hear me though. I don't know if that's a conversation everybody ready for. And I've had an ancestor come back and tell me they've already returned on this earth. But they're still, this is why we gotta, this is a part of the convoluted universe. Because some people might be saying, how? These are the fractals of light. This is how we are multidimensional souls in the fractals of light that we are. They've already returned on this earth. And wherever they are in their holistic soul, they know where we are. They know what we're doing, and had confirmed to me, this is one of my ancestors that I can share with you. They already confirmed with me that they're appreciating what I have done. And part of why they are where they are is because what I have done. Because when you clean up the blood, you help free your ancestors even in their next lifetime, because everything is in the blood. The God encryption is in the blood. And it's not just by being blood related, because as that ancestor returns in the lifetime, the blood is only connected to me through the past life, through that ancestor's past life, right? They have a new bloodline in the present life that they have incarnated in now. But this is how it's all, see, you just got to understand it's a convoluted universe. But just know, I say this to say this, it does affect them in the next life. So what I saw was that we doom our ancestors when we don't clean the bloodline. And some of our children, what I was seeing is that, oh my God, our children are doomed by their ancestors. The stubborn elders that don't want to change, or the ancestors that did not change before they died, and they're not where they need to be yet. So there's a lock or a block in the God encryption, in the blood. And then, so what I saw in that is, not only are we doomed sometimes by our ancestors, follow me if y'all can follow me with this. Not only are you doomed by your ancestors, but you're doomed by your descendants from your past life. Let me say that again. Not only are you doomed by your ancestors that went before you from this bloodline, but you're doomed by your descendants from your past life, if they choose not to get it right. So we don't see, this is the interconnectedness that a lot of people don't understand. It's not just about you. Yes, I'm here in this life, but there's a past life. I'm the descendant of this person that, let me speak on this way. I'm the descendant that's helped making it better for my ancestor who is now in their next life with new blood relatives. But I'm the descendant that's washing the bloodline from her previous life that helps changes codes for her in her now life. So I want us to really think about that. This is not just about you, but this opportunity here is about you changing codes for you in this lifetime, even from your past life, without having to die to get it. That's the thing that's different, that a lot of people are not understanding in the 5D, in the fifth dimension, is that we can gain certain access to our soul and change codes in our soul without having to die to get it. And this is the opportunity we're being afforded with Pluto changing into Aquarius, as well as the other outer planets, Neptune and Uranus. All of these cosmos are aligning for us to make the changes. Neptune is aligning for us to get rid of illusions. Pluto is aligning for us to have the great revelations, the grand revelations we need to have in order to have a death to rebirth, a death to rebirth transformation in our now life, instead of waiting till you die. Literally, you can have that death to rebirth transformation now in this lifetime, and you can shift timelines multiply over and over again. We are quantum leaping. But you got to understand the cosmos. You got to understand your natal chart. You got to understand how this applies to you and what you're really doing and what you're here for in this here and now moment. Right? So that's one of the main. When I got this was when the winds were gusting and blowing earlier today. When I got this information, because a lot of people don't think about that. The descendants, you are the descendants of the past life, and what you do affects those before you. Right? The ancestors affect us right now. And we're also affected right now by our living descendants now from our past life. That's why you, as a living descendant, should be doing everything to fix what you need to fix for those ancestors that that already went ahead, and to help them in their new life, in their now life. Right? Faithfully, I didn't confuse anybody. Okay? That's one of the things I got. That is a major shift that's happening with this Pluto into Aquarius. Why this opportunity to turn over in our souls is so important. Why it is so important to do this spiritual dialysis in your blood, in your bloodline, and how it changes the God encryption by what you do. Also, what you do not do helps to keep the resistance in your God encryption. Right? So that was that. There was another thing. Bring it back to me, Spirit. I want to make sure I get it. There was an important message on the here and now. Okay, let me explain the here and now, because what I was getting was that a lot of us are so busy only just living here and now, right? And let me be clear. There's a difference between just living here and now and living in the every now moment, here and now. And what was being shown to me is that the difference is the ones who are just living here and now are just living for survival and for instant gratification with their misappropriated pleasures in life. And that's why your sacral is out of whack. Because the sacral is about pleasures in life, but not to be mistaken by misappropriated pleasures. Misappropriated pleasures are when you feel like you need instant gratification and survival. That's the here and now that a lot of people are living in. They're just living for today. And they'll say it like, oh, I'm just living for every moment. Like, no. You should not be just living for survival and instant gratification. That is a misappropriation that breeds more misappropriations in the soul. The here and now is for us to be living in every now moment in our infinite existence, is how it was shown to me. Because the here and now is a finite moment within the every now moment of infinite existence. And this is what we are supposed to be living in when we say here and now. We're supposed to be taking every now moment to address the here that is now. Not to just be living to get by, not to just be surviving and to get instant gratification out of your flesh. That is through the flesh, right? The here and now is for us to go into the spirit, in the infinite existence of our here and now. And in every now moment, live life to its fullest by understanding, overstanding, and understanding your now existence within your infinite existence of it all. Faithfully, I'm making sense. But that's how it came to me. Very stern, very straight. As I'm giving it to you now, that's how it was coming to me, with a very stern sound, this is what it is. And it was showing me that this is the problem. And people are using that here and now as an excuse to live life frivolously. Don't get it twisted, and life will show you. This is what we don't have time for. Although there's infinite time, right now is not the time to be playing with time. This is a time to be finding your divine essence within time and knowing how to utilize time, knowing how to find the hour, because no man knows the hour. And I keep hearing that. No man knows the hour because they don't know themselves, so they don't know when the demons in them show up, which is only their unhealed wounds. No one knows when their demon shows up because they don't know the wounds that they have. If they keep up resistance, they will never know the hour. It is for you to be able to tell the time by being able to tell the hour. Do you know thyself? Do you know the hour? Do you know the time? Can you remember the time, as Michael said? Do you remember the time? Yeah, we need to remember the time. Let me see what some of y'all saying. Tyrone says, a guy I know, and when you do good, your ancestors do good. Yes, when you do good for your ancestors. You open the road for them. Alegba, you open the roads for them when you do good. Yes, purpose. Phil Johnson, peace, welcome. It was always weird to me thinking of my little brother as an ancestor. Yep, but if it's been 3 years since his transition, I'm his progenitor now. Wow. Yes. Even though he's your little brother, he is now an ancestor because he has moved on to the ancestral realm. And so they look for people who are clean in the blood, because when you clean the blood, you help clear things up for them. Any ancestor, I'm not just talking about grandma, grandpa, I'm talking about anybody that was in your blood, because I have different ones coming to me. I have parents, I have great grand, I have a cousin that came to me. Like, it helps, right? And anywhere in the blood, it may be other blood that come to you that you don't know, because it could be anywhere in the blood, because they go to, especially if you're doing the light work, oh, they gonna be coming to you. If you're doing the soul work, shadow work, be prepared to pick up the phone and hear from them ancestors, because they come into the light workers, the light warriors, because not every light worker is a light warrior. Some people are just playing with tools of the light. That don't mean they're a light warrior, okay? They're a light worker. They're working with the light in whatever ways best suits them and to their convenience. So don't be fooled when people say, oh, I'm a light worker. Oh, I bet you are. The question is, what type of work are you doing with the light? Ashe? All right, let me see. It's made perfect sense to me. Oh, I knew you would get it, Tyrone. And faithfully, it makes sense all around the clock, because I'm just doing my best to share how it's been shown to me. I can't say it no other way, and it really came just that stern. So for those of you that are playing with the here and now moment, here and now, that's what I'm hearing in my head. I promise to love faithfully. Yes, love, live in love, and live in that love that lights the truth. In every now moment, live in love. Every which way. And know the distractions when they come. Please look out for that. Don't let family members, friends fool you. Do not get caught up in the distraction. If you feel something, if you feel yourself going in one direction and something comes in, cuts you off, like, be like, hold up, I just got cut off. What is this cut off for? Don't just look at because, oh, it's fun, or because someone who you love asked you. I don't care who it's for. If anything cuts you off in the direction that you were going, I don't care if it looks good, because people will dress things up to look good, and they will distract you with things that look good. That's why it's a distraction. It's called a welcome distraction, right? And our souls don't have time for this. That's what I have to say. Our souls do not have time for this type of foolishness. And with that said, I'm going to close out with this, which is a message that I got about people who are not serious. They're not serious. They're not ready. Hold on. I got to look across the street. I hear things in the bushes. I got to look. What's that? People are not serious, and it's, everybody's at their own pace, but I'm going to show you just the way I was shown. Watch the energy as usual. It came to me in a dream like this. They're ready, but they're not. Bring it back to me, Spirit. Bring it back to me. It was so clear. I heard, I'm ready. It's hard to do this, but it's even harder to change. There you go. Listen out for things like this. It's hard to live like this. This is hard right now, but it's even harder to change. And the moment I heard that in the dream, I heard the correction come back quickly. And the correction said, no, it may be hard to change, but it's even harder to live like this. And this is how you know people will be ready. This is what I'm sharing with any of you light warriors, especially if you are facilitators, leaders, and those of you who are helping others light the path. We can't help everybody, okay? if you hear people talking that way where they say, man, you right, you so right, but it's so hard to change, it's harder to change, leave them where they be. Do not put out any extra effort to help them. Be there when they, if they come and meet you at your level, you could be available, but don't go towards them. They're not ready. The people that you go towards are people who say the opposite, the correction. People who say that, man, change is hard, but it's even harder for me to stay where I am. When you hear that, those are the people who are truly ready. And those are the ones whom you go towards if needs be, right? But other than that, you stay where you are, let people have what they have, release people to their now. Because this is not a time where you're going to be able to carry up everybody. It's hard enough to turn over in your own soul, much less help others turn over as well who feel that change is hard, right? If it, to me, if it's not hard being where you at, then this is not who I could work with. I need to work with people, or I can help people who say it's hard being where I'm at right now. That means you're so ready for change. You're very ready for change, and those are the ones who I'm going to work with. Anybody else, catch me when you can. I'm the gingerbread man. I'm moving, I'm accelerating at a certain pace that I'm not slowing down for somebody who feels like change is hard. I know change is hard, but you know what's harder? Staying right where the hell you are in the foolishness. I'm ready for the next level. 5D Express, here I am. We're going deeper into 5D. Okay, that's what this Pluto is all about. This Pluto in Aquarius for the next 20 years is really ushering us deeper into the Aquarian age, which is then the age of the Aquarian. Remember, every age is about 2,000 years for those who don't know. So this Aquarian age, the age of the knowing, is for you to know it, right? This is giving us the time to really re-know ourselves, to recognize, to realize. Cognizance is to know. So this is a re-knowing, a remembering, a reconnecting. This age of Aquarian is giving us that opportunity to really re-know ourselves on a higher level so that we can evolve and elevate and help this planet evolve to the next level, deeper into the fifth dimension. So understand that the Aquarian age is ushering us into 5D. So again, I'm going to say it like this. Pluto in Aquarius is ushering us into the Aquarian age. The Aquarian age is ushering us deeper into 5D. This is just the beginning. A lot of us will not even live to see what 5D really looks like. We are pioneering it right now. This is the groundwork at a very soul level in this earth. We are gods in this earth, and we are here to express the Trinity of divinity within. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I can't say it no other way. I know there's more, but as I'm on the side of the road and I got in what I got in, it felt so free to be out here. I was like, man, I need to come out on the side of the road and speak along the edge of the ocean or something, because I'm telling you, the energies are fighting me where I'm at. They giving us the uppercut, the 1-2, all of that. Change is hard, but it's worth it. Yes, Ashe. Ashe, you know the truth. It's so worth you doing it. It's worth the while. I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for this. This Pluto in Aquarius was like the happy new year of my entire life. Even though I'm getting hit with the uppercuts, the change is exhilarating. It feels good to know that I'm making a major mark in my soul holistically, pushing multiple timelines, quantum leaping, clearing my bloodline, changing the God encryption in my blood, not just for my ancestors, but for my descendants. Right? And as I am a descendant from my past life. This is the work that we're here to do. It's not as simple, y'all. It's not just 1 and 2. It's 1, 2, 3. Right? And that's another word in itself. I got to break that down for y'all later. I'm thinking about doing a course with the calendar, like a calendar club, so to speak, where we can come in and really go into the calendar, because there are so many things that I am seeing even within the calendar that bridges us with the old timeline with the new timeline, and helps those who are crossing over into the 5D. So for those of you who have your calendar, you can look forward to possibly, especially with coming up with the next calendar, that we're going to do more calendar work together collectively, that gives us an opportunity, like a calendar workshop that gives us an opportunity, all of us, to expand our divination, to understand numerology, and look how the numbers are tying some things together for us, right? But that's a whole nother thing, so I don't want to go into that road. Do you see rainbows with your eyes um, closed? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I see different colors. I'm not really that clairvoyant. I'm more clairsentient. I might more likely feel I feel colors rather than see them directly, if that makes sense. And it is through the feeling that I actually see them, if you get what I'm saying. So I won't really see them directly, but I will feel the color, and I'll feel it take a heavy precedence until it becomes visible to me, because I'm more clairsentient more than anything. Everything for me is feeling. Everything comes through feeling. Smells, sight, hearing things, they all come through my dominant clair is clairsentience and claircognizance. Um, where can I purchase the calendar? Oh, the calendar can be purchased on, you can email me. I usually put it in, I haven't put it here lately because I've only been doing live since I've been here. I get back in December, I'll be back. But if you want one, like to order now, I would suggest going on email me at Divine Energy Studio at Gmail. Divine Energy Studio at gmail.com. DI, not DE. And studio without a S. And if you want to see the exact email, I usually have it in the description on my earlier videos. You can go to the 5D calendar video. You can put that in and it'll definitely be there. So you can email me and I will get the order set up to be sent to you. That's the best way you can get it. Yes, I needed to hear this from someone else. Oh, you are so welcome. We're welcome. Spirit knows how to get the message across at times, so we are very welcome. I'm glad to be able to finally be obedient, because I've been having this message for the past couple of days and I just haven't been. It's a heavy block where I am in the physical house that I am. So I literally had to pull over in order to get this message out, to be free in the space where I can get it out. Because there is a spiritual warfare and a lot of us are feeling it, and the more you shine your light, the more you're going to feel it. But please keep shining your light. Don't let it back you down. Keep doing your work and know that it is for a purpose bigger than others can understand. So let them stay in their ignorance. They will be all right. And love them still, because it's about compassion, right? We still have to be compassionate for the collective. That's the balance from the soul, the South Node in Libra, that is helping us go forward into the North Node in Aries. That is what we're supposed to be gaining out of these nodes. So don't let it bring hate. It may be annoying, but just kind of sit back. You have to be responsible for you and how you show up and what you allow and what you enable. Look at yourself and then just pull back and know what you can and can't do with them. Still have compassion. Be like, you know what? That's where they are, and I need to know how I show up and how I allow them to show up in my life. And these are the changes that we have to make. Stop showing up in ways that you don't need to show up. Stop letting people show up in your life in ways that they need to not be showing up. Set the boundaries. Set the tone. Only you can do it, right? Ashe, Ashe, Uranus, yes. If I'm seeing that right. I'm trying to see it. We're welcome. Destined Diamond, how's it been? I see a snake shape between my eyes. Oh, okay. If I want to be honest, after looking at the sun, okay, which is unique. Serpent wrapped around the sun in symbology. Okay, okay. I'd have to look into that. I think it says APEP, APEP, if I'm seeing it right, to see what the symbology is in regards to the serpent wrapped around the sun. Okay, who's that? Tyrone? You see a snake shape? We got to link, Tyrone. We got to link on something. I know there's something we got to link on. So make sure you, if you can, send me an email so I can see, because there's some information that I know that you have as well. So let's share that information. I'm all for sharing the energy. Peace, love, and light to you all. So with that, happy Pluto in Aquarius. Whatever has changed, if you haven't seen it or felt it, be prepared to maybe see it when the sun moves into Capricorn. The stuff that we needed to see in Capricorn that has turned over or should have turned over, if you don't see it right now, and you should do your best to see it as much as you can, because when the sun goes into Capricorn, it brings it into the outer world. It might bring it out in a way that may be uncomfortable. So I suggest that you dive in and see what that is. But there's definitely a shift, a major shift and change that has just transpired, and we're all getting acclimated right now. We're getting we're acquired. It's acquiring. Well, acclimated is the best word to this energy. So allow the upgrades to happen. Allow yourself to sift through. This is a sifting, and that's why I said the chosen few just got fewer because we've been sifted out some more, and it's not for everybody, but it's for those bodies who choose to be chosen and infused with the light. Ashe? Ashe. So with that said, each one reach one, teach one. If you don't know where to start, start in your big, beautiful heart right here. Right here. Circulate it. Do what you got to do. Right here if you don't know where to start. And shine your light from the inside out. Be the candle that lights the next one and the next one and the next one. Peace, love, and light. Ashe, ashe. And good night.